especially post COVID and the advent of OTT. Uh, I think now if you want to draw people to the theaters, you have to offer a theatrical experience. There has to be some kind of spectacle. Like people, I think, need that value for their money, right? They need entertainment on a larger scale. So Malayalam always having been very much more like budget focused. I think we were always a little wary of going bigger. But I think this whole lockdown and people watching our cinema is kind of making us now a familiar face across. So now I think we all have a lot more courage to push that. This we pushed as much as we could in terms of budget and scale. We went all out. It's my most expensive film to date. It's the biggest film we have produced as a company. What I think is beautiful now in India is we're all discovering so much more about each other, so much of our stories, so much of our culture, like our microcultures. Like if you, like Kantara, I think had that beauty of that exactly, which is not familiar to people, say maybe up north or maybe in the northeast. It's so far away from them. So I love that we are telling rooted stories from each of our like places, and then getting that to spread as much as possible. So I think certain stories lend themselves to that. Some are maybe smaller, and the thing is, the audience is spoiled for choice. You have films from everywhere, and I think the goal when we started this film was to try and make it as big an experience as possible. And I think this is influences as such. Yeah. I do love Bunny a lot as an actor and a performer. But I think this film was with us since 2019. And I think even as far as maybe 3 years ago, they'd put out like a character sketch. So we kind of had this plan in our minds. But I've heard this, and I think, in some way it's a compliment, but we're not trying to imitate or copy. But I hope it does what Pushpa did.